Yo, what's good, guys? It's Pwnstar for hire here, and as you can tell, I'm just chilling here at home. It's a little late. It's about midnight here, so I told you guys I'd do a little something for Halloween, and this is gonna be a little different. You like my Pessy? That's a funny story. I might tell you guys. But as you can tell, I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of explosives and shit used on these lately. But I'm gonna try to give you a little bit of the creative. Ooh, look at porcupine. A few creative things as towards pumpkins. Obviously the typical one is carving, and you know, I showed up a video, I believe, a link video recently. You look down in there, right? That's a wide yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? All right. So we'll crack all in here. Don't look at that yet. That's secret. So what we're going to do is, now that I've already, pulled out all the shit out of this is my favorite snack. And I told you guys I'd give you a little something like I did on my Twitter. So this is going to be a little different for you guys. And basically here, what we've got the typical stuff. We've got the salt. We've got the seeds. And we've got the butter. I'm going to sit you down right now. I might as well tell you the story of my shirt while I prepare this a little bit. My shirt is Pepsi. I bought the shirt for obviously unknown reasons. You guys are probably like, why the hell is he wearing Pepsi? But it's an inside story. There's a little, and I don't want this to come out racist or anything, but there's a little restaurant here called Asian Star, and none of them can pronounce proper English. And the first day I went in there, I basically went in there to get some food with me and Amanda and everything like that, and a couple of her friends, I believe. And I get in there and I ask them, the typical thing, you never know if it's Coke, Pepsi, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I get up in there and I ask them, I look them straight in the eye, and I'm like, what kind of products do you have? And they go, Pessy. I'm like, excuse me? And they're like, yeah, we got Pessy. I'm like, that's one hell of a nice product to carry, you know what I'm saying? So from there on out, Pepsi's always been a running joke. You see I slabbed it with butter. For you guys that don't know, just any kind of butter would work. You need butter, salt, seeds, cookie sheet of some sort, and sugar. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen, pumpkin pies and pumpkin cookies and stuff. Pumpkin seeds are my favorite snack. I wait year-round for these bad boys. So, you just spread these little bad boys on there. There's a few stragglers in there. I'll sacrifice them here in a little bit. And you just even them out a little bit. So, it's not too hard a task. I guess comparing to, like taking it out, getting the seeds out, cleaning it out, and getting all this ready and finally cooking them is probably about a 30-minute time period. If you guys haven't tried this and you guys have sat along this 2-3 minutes already to watch this stuff is really worth it. It is my favorite snack food. It just pisses me off that I only get these once a year. And you'll buy some of the ones in the stores that aren't really special. They're basically just cooked differently. Most recipes, if you look for these, tell you to take these out. They tell you to go ahead and let them sit in the sun. I don't know how much fucking sun is out. It's freezing like hell, but they tell you to go ahead and let them sit in the sun for 24 hours, let them dry out. Then you cook them, and then you use salt, brown sugar, whatever you want to do. There's different recipes. Mine are different. I use salt in this, and I use them while they're ripe, and I leave a little bit of the orange rind on there too. Not rind, but seepage. And it cleans out. And what you do is you just smash these things with salt. I got some salt, and I put a somewhat solid layer across the whole thing. You like this motion, don't you? I know, right? I'm a pro at it. My wrist is really durable, if you know what I'm saying. So we're going to go ahead, and we're going to coat this bad boy in a good chunk of salt. Now, if you thought that was a lot, then you're obviously on drugs, because we just kill this bad boy with sugar. And I know this is probably not the snack you want to eat before you go to school. But, when I was younger, actually, I used to make these all the time. I learned how to do this when I was like 9. It's been my, favorite snack since. And I used to, make these. This is probably my 10th batch of pumpkin seeds this year already. And as you can tell, that looks like a shit ton of salt. You know what I'm saying? That's like a Coke addict right there everywhere. And it's just simple. That's all you do is, you take it out. It takes 5 or 10 minutes to clean the bad boy out. You grab a very embarrassing mitt thingy. You pop it open. Now we've got this bad boy. It's preheated. You put it to about 375, 400. This is, I believe, a gas, so it cooks a little quicker. It takes about 15, 20 minutes. You just keep an eye on it. Put it about the middle rack if you want. I put babies in here. And you just let it sit there, and you let it cook, and eventually it turns out like this. I know it doesn't look like much, but they taste like Jesus. So, the inside's usually a little white. The outside's a little black. And, usually a good corner or so of them start browning. About that dark. And then it comes back, and it looks amazing. I know that it might not look like much, but if you've never done this, but you've had pumpkin pie and shit, you're missing out. Because this is absolutely my favorite snack. So this is my little Halloween gift for you guys. If you guys want to go out to your local grocery store, snag up a couple pumpkins and try this out. It's even a fun thing if you're doing with like the girls or family or something. So, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, go try it out, and get a little bite of the heaven. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Look forward to some of my videos and real talks this week. Kitty!